see how Russia got here. 3 losses and just the 1 win against England. They started their campaign, but they've slowly gone backwards from there. Whereas for the Fijians, they had 2 losses of Goodwin against Spain, 45-7, and then a loss against New Zealand by 31 points to 7. What's the key to getting victory after the disappointment of losing the quarterfinal?
Yeah, I think the key is, for both teams, obviously they've lost some games. The key is to concentrate on the positives. Russia held the ball in their possession for 3.5–4 minutes of that first half, and they just completely starved France of possession in front of a home crowd. And so they've got to take a lot of positives from that going into this game.
Holly Davidson in control of the match. The Scottish referee blasts the whistle. And Lavinia Tino can't get at the 10 metres, and straight away they hand over possession to this Russian team that started day one with a great win against England. They looked unstoppable and then been upset by Brazil. That's really where the wheels started to fall off. They've got some great players. There is one of them in Lushina. Bobkova, we've mentioned. Bystrova. Minislav Morva as well as their captain, so they tap in. The big hit comes in from Savu. Nothing wrong with the hit at all. Welcome to the 5th place playoff.
Great statement of intent by Savu. She knew exactly what she was doing, and that girl, she was not getting her on the outside. Fabulous work by the Fijian defense, and I think just we see on our screens there, it's taken a bit of time.
Wow, that's knocked the wind out of Noretsina. I tell you what, she might be going to the chiropractor to get a bit of a check as well, get realigned. There was nothing wrong with the tackle. It was legal. The shoulder led right into the rib cage, and that, in my day, was called a rib tickler.
Yeah, just did enough to disrupt that pass, because if she did get away to Bobskova, obviously she was free down the wing.
And Fiji works some magic with Thumu. She's big and strong. Very athletic, is the #1 for Fiji, but she's held on. Got isolated. Ravisa didn't get there quick enough. This, the 5th place semi-final. The winner of this match will go through to play USA. Ireland to meet the loser. Good counter ruck from the Fijians. They've blasted over, they've kept their feet, and now looking for the release. The referee gives the penalty. They tap and go. This is Nangasao. Nangasao with Thumu on the outside. Thumu with some space. 5 short, staying strong. Ball is there. That's a penalty. Knocked through the gate. The quick tap. And there goes the destroyer. Savu showing on defense. She can punish you, and she'll punish you on attack as well.
Great reactions from Savu, just to take a quick tap off that. She literally needed to dive over the line 2–3 meters. Easy try for her. Really well worked by Fiji. But as I say, quick tap, one direction, fall onto the line. Russia had no hope.
Well, they call it the boomfa in Fiji. Going down Main Street. Unsuccessful with the conversion. Savu, her 34th try, as you saw. Her 12th World Series. And she's now past 230 points in her career, where she made her debut back in 2012. Much better start for the Fijians, and now they go high again. Up and competing, it comes back into the hands of Nangasao. Works a little bit of magic to Naimasi. They've got numbers here. Nangasao throws the dummy. The Russians are there to meet the Fijians, and here's Thumu. Not much space out there, plenty of space out to the right. Loops around, gives it back into the pocket where Tinai runs across them. And then Tinai to Thumu. Been involved in everything as Thumu.
Gone back.
Naisai gets it back. They drop the shoulder, and Fiji need to go wide here. They're playing in the close channels. There's space out wide. They just need to pass the ball out to the right. Held there. Finally, the release to Nangasao. And now Naimasi's got to go right. Now they'll score. Savu has it. Player on the outside. Here comes #2. And she picks up 2. Oh, Savu gets a double.
You can't help thinking that was inevitable, Willie. Fiji playing some beautiful Fiji rugby. Offload, big ball players taking on the Russian defence that were sucking them in, sucking them in, sucking them in, and just when the right time they just spun it wide, and Savu show and go herself.
They probably could have done it a little earlier, couldn't they?
I think I was getting nervous.
Yeah, well, I think the coach would be getting nervous as well, but finally they looked up and saw a bit of vision, and Savu, ball in two hands, the dummy, and another 5-pointer.
Just a left hand right into her, handoff into her face. She'll remember that.
She's only 24 years old. Incredible athletes. These sevens players from every country. That's gone forward from Thumu, and Russia say, yes, we've got the ball, but then they look up and see a white wall in front of them. Nodetsina holds on to it. Russia capable of going 80 meters. No question about that, but just need to try and make the passes stick, and the tackles have been made. First up tackles by the Fijians. Again, they challenge the line, and again they find and spot a gap, but it's gone backwards. Savu, they know how dangerous she is, so they run away from her quickly.
Yeah.
Across the pass from Lushina is a good one. This is Bobkova. She's got pace. Needs to get away from Thumu.
Stay back, stay back.
It's patient build-up here. Lennon, a little bit of boomfa there as well. Taking a bit of medicine and giving a bit of Russian. Main Street, Russian direct path. Across they come. The cut was on, but now they broke free, and just a sweep and a beat. Good tackle from Lavisa. Counter ruck comes in from the Fijians. Controlled by the Russians. The dummy. And then the ball along the ground bounces up nicely for Lushina. Bobkova has it. They're down to 6 players now, the Russians. Bobkova unloads. One-on-one, sweep and a beat. Lovely step. Hasn't got the pace. Fiji doing well to get back in numbers. The Russians have players out to the right, 2-on-2. Fiji walk over the top of it.
Back now, wait.
Now they get back into the pocket. Well, one of the Russian players is injured, and she gets the ball now and has to offload immediately. The fend is a good one. Seb Linatskia. Well, they're going down to a walk now.
Playing advantage offside.
It's last woman standing here. Bobkova again. They'll get the penalty. She should tap and go here. She's quick enough. And that's what Lushina wants to do. The tap and go. Lushina runs across the field.
Back 10. Not back 10.
Oh, unfortunate from Fiji there. The right tactic from Russia. You can see a lot of their play is initiated by Lushina, and they're looking for the Bobkova and the Bistrova, who are their big top try scorers.
And they got one of their players out there that's injured. She is not 100% as Kukina. And I don't know how she stayed on the field for as long as she has, but the pain has got the better of her, and there will be a replacement. This is where it happened just after this. I think it was she came in. Boy, they have been into everything in this opening 6 minutes of this 5th place semi-final.
Yeah, Russia will certainly miss her. She's been one of the playmakers of the day, of the weekend.
Time back on.
And she just limps off there to get some care.
Well, they're tough in Russia, aren't they? You normally wait for your teammates to come and help you come off. They just left you stranded. But they won't be stranded here as they go into the contact through Nodetsina. High tackle, they'll tap and go here. Lushina, who's been the real architect for them. They've got some players out here. Fiji identify the danger, ball over the top. Here comes the first try for Russia. Bobkova gets over.
Brilliant try by the finisher. Brilliant, brilliant try. Again, one of the twins, Bistrova and Bobkova, as we've said all day, finishing tries for Russia. I think there was a question mark whether it was a forward pass, and I think one of the Fijians. Just a lovely straightener, but a great, great tackle from Fiji. She got up onto her feet straight away. That was the forward pass that was questionable. I think one of the Fijians just questioned to the ref whether that was forward or not, but Bistrova didn't need to be told twice. She just found herself over the line.
Well done, Bistrova, picking up her hat-trick here in Clermont, her 3rd try. And more importantly for the Russian coaches and players, it brings them closer to the Fijian total of 12, Russia 7.
pa ngone la kini sa mit kuno ngoni ti to pus lagi mai ke ka la ko sa na pola ke ka to pus ke mai ke sini basi ke mai sa na pol to tar ko ti pus mai me valia doutor ala ko sini ra ko to basu ka mai ke ka to pus lagi to so hotel mundo na pola to sa budi sa to sa nok to sa sini vital no come on man terosiang to na ka
The message from Ilicia Tanivula, very colourful. And of course, these images going live through the internet, through worldorg.com. So if you're watching on the internet, through Facebook or anywhere around the globe, it's great to have you with us here in Clermont.
Captain.
There are Fijian supporters all around the world. They love their Sevens team, and they would have enjoyed hearing what Ilicia Tanivula had to say as we kick off for the second half. Nice and high up with Nangasau, gets the ball back to Naimasi, who's been strong, stands in the tackle. Thumu finds some space out to Riwai. Riwai gets it on the loop around and then offloads here to Rongetha. This is Fijian rugby. Ravisa, we know she can finish. That looked like it may have been knocked on by a Russian hand, and it was. Best passage of play we've seen from the Fijians as far as backs and forwards combining.
Certainly, it just maybe seems tactically in the second half that Fiji are trying to change what they do. So lovely break by Ravisa, and then just a little bit of a nudge by the Russian defenders. Before they were going through Russia, now they're trying to go around Russia. And that maybe just has made Russia stand up in defence, which is just exposing their outsides, which Ravisa obviously has taken there.
That's a big country to go around. Lovely scrum from the Russians, but they've come in and up. And here come Fiji on the attack again, wanting to play the game with pace. Out to Tinai. Tinai through the gap. The ball out the back. Ravisa's there. Crunch tackle not held. Picks up and goes again. The offload. This is Fijian rugby at its best. And over goes Riwai. Great team dynamics.
Beautiful try by Riwai. Absolutely fabulous. Ravisa was integral role in all of that. 2-3 offloads, and Riwai could just read the play, just waited patiently, and then just there for the pop for the offload directly under the posts.
4 plays, 5. These two teams are so close together in the competition. And just a reminder, as we see the replay here, Lynn, lovely ball there, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a little backhand ball, takes contact, recycles real quick, goes herself, little offload, and as you say, Riwai expecting what was happening all the time. You get the sense, Willie, that Fiji are just starting to come into their own now.
And as mentioned, there are 4 spots up for grabs at the World Cup of Sevens in San Francisco in July next year. And these two countries want to be involved in that. And to the high sun, batted back like volleyball style, and it's come for the Fijians. Here they come looking for their 4th try. Inside the 22 they go. It's quickly released, nothing happening down the left-hand side, so Liwai sends it out the right. The big, strong contact comes in, and now this is Tinai.
Forward.
This is the ball forward. But yeah, how important is that to actually get qualification a good 12 months out from the World Cup, knowing that you're going there, and that must serve some relief as well, so I suppose that's a good sign.
Yeah, certainly. We just see the Russians are getting a little bit nervous now, Willie, because obviously they know that there's such pressure from Fiji in defence. Their defence is getting real tight too, so there's actually a lot of space being created out wide.
Russia, pass that's gone backwards to Adamanova. Breaks out well, does Adamanova, and then in the tackle of 2 brings in 3 defenders. Counter-ruck comes in from the Fijians, but they then think better of it and just back off. Now that's illegal, not through the gates. Here is Lucena. She's been involved in everything. Big gap there where the referee was. Standing strong again was Steblitskaya. Skaya breaks through, looking for some support. There ain't too many Russian jerseys there. Plenty of white shirts though, and driving back is Vondol. Bystrova It's Bob Culver actually now. Fiji identified, look, coming for the spot. They need to get it wide, and that's a good pass and another big tackle on Bob Culver. They get it out to Baistrova, the try scorer. She can't handle it. And nothing going right for the Russians. They just can't put a Russian into space.
Yeah, absolutely. That's often, oh dear. I missed that. That's often the effect of such a rush defense. Fiji are playing aggressive in attack and in defense, and what it does to the actual attack is that it just takes the sting out of their tail. They start to second guess their decisions and start to offload the ball quickly when it's not necessarily on, and that's what we saw Russia doing right there.
Well, I've been told that I'm wrong as well, because they have put a woman in space, Russia.
Yo, I'd expect it.
Yes, they have. Big scrum though comes in from the Fijians. Ravisa gets it out wide to Riwai. Riwai in turn finds Naimasi, who scored a brilliant try against New Zealand. Riwai keeps the legs pumping, draws in two defenders, and now Ravisa. The bounce pass out to Thavuru. Hasn't seen too much game time, and now the accelerator from Nangasau. The ball is dropped. Good chance for the counter-attack from Russia. Referee says we'll play the scrum.
Yeah, both teams starting to make a couple of mistakes here, Willie. Maybe it's just a bit of exhaustion. We see just a little bit of a knock on there on the wing. Again, the space was there, it was the right thing to do, but they went for a switch and just didn't anticipate it.
Fifth game in 2 days as well in this type of heat, so you can imagine that the concentration levels, but also the body must be aching.
The body must be aching, but it's the demands of the game. We see a Russian player just weeping as she leaves the pitch, hopefully from pain, exhaustion, who knows. But it's the nature of the game, and obviously that's the standard that you have to play. These are the important games. You need to be fit and fresh for these important semi-finals. And
Gavriuk was the player that has left the field. Here's Bob Culver, her first real chance. She's coming off the bench. We know how quick she is. The step and then the acceleration. Close to the sideline, flirting with the sideline is Bob Culver. Now it's cleared from inside their own half, looking to work some Russian magic. The dummy, and tackled without the ball means they can get on with it.
Point advantage, not back 10.
They'll get another advantage here, the Russians. And Fiji will go down to 6 players. In the bin goes Thavuru.
Bring it forward.
yeah, just a bit of indiscipline there by Fiji, whether it's fatigue or just indiscipline. Yeah, they need to quash that.
Wait. Time's off. Substitution. 3.
Go on, say it. Here comes a Russian sub. They tap. This is where the infringement occurred. Voodoo was never on side, and now Bob Culver is making her way off the field. You haven't heard that before, Lynn?
I hope your rugby was better than your jokes, Willie.
Well, I was going to say, hasn't been a Russian sub in France for years. Here's the Russians through Budaleva. 7 on 6, remember. Good chance here for Russia. They're going to have to do it quickly, though, if they want to get back in this game. 2 converted tries will give them the win. It's capable, but they need to score in the next 30 seconds. Russia on the attack. Monova can't get the ball out, and that's been pretty much the equation for the Russians over the whole weekend, unfortunately. Strong start against England, and then the chariot wheels have fallen off. Here's a chance. They need to find someone who can go the distance. Manova certainly can go there, but she's lost the ball, and now the kick and chase from Fiji. Vaka Loloma picks it up and turns around and sees some Russians in her space. Now they get it wide. Vondo. Well, Vondo, she doesn't like running around too far, so she'll just give it off to Ravisa. Staying in support, looking for some supporters from her own team, Siata. Now here's a real chance for Fiji. Even with 6 players, they're so dangerous. Here comes Naimasi. Naimasi puts down the afterburners, puts on the turbo. And whether they've got 6, 7 or 15, Fiji are always a threat.
Really good try by Naimasu, just staying just nice and patient out there on the wing and keeping the width, which was key. The Russians were kept between 2 different mindsets. Do they push up in defense, or do they just come back to try and rally back and get a more of a linear defensive line? And either way, Fiji found a way through.
Not a great conversion, but a great finish to this match for Fijiana, as they are known as. Good space and good pace. We saw her